Welcome back to the Gwala Stadium, where we've just seen the opening 45 minutes of Telkom Knockout 2019. No goals to speak of, though, between Maritzburg United and Bidvest Wits, which means for the gentleman to my left, their prediction still stands at the moment. You still have a chance to either see Wits winning 2-1 or Maritzburg United winning 1-0. But, gentlemen, either of the two sides will have to score. They haven't at this stage, but we expected a difficult game between these two. We've seen some niggling challenges here and there. The referee has had a couple of calls to make. It hasn't been easy. It certainly hasn't been easy.
Well, not much has happened in terms of, goal side action, but I think two teams have been sizing each other up.
Yeah.
It's almost like, everyone is conservative. They try not to concede, especially the side of Maritzburg. That is Coach Schindler's team. I think they've been a bit cautious in terms of their attack. They haven't made enough attacks, the likes of Kunene, as well as Shandu going forward. We haven't seen much of them except for that attack by Kutumela in the first few minutes of the game.
You speak about that chance for Thabiso Kutumela. Coach Eric Tinklasia spoke about playing with swagger, no fear at home especially. In the first minute, you see that all from Thabiso Kutumela, a fantastic run.
It was a turnover, just like Dihang had alluded that they're trying to take a cautious approach, and then on these type of situations, then spin an attack. And this is the perfect situation. They won the ball in the middle of the park, and Kutumela was confident enough. It was everyone in the game, so he showed his intention to make that strong run, and then just cut it back. It didn't even look. He just expected a teammate to meet it there, and unfortunately for Kunene, it just went straight to the goalkeeper. But well orchestrated move. It should have been a goal, and it would have given them a big boost early on in the game.
It certainly would have given them a big boost, especially in the opening minute of the game. But Wits certainly grew into the contest, a bit more measured in their attacks. And you spoke about Hotto. He's been heavily involved in both going forward and defending as well for Wits.
Yeah, well, Hotto is, like I did mention, he's a different player now. He attacks with speed, and as well, he cuts inside, which is, unlike him. And when you look at his previous game, but he's done that well lately. And for me, I still feel, the likes of Brockie, up front there, as well as Kutumela, haven't really, seen much of the ball, and I think they need to get them into the game.
Well, Hotto really has been involved in pretty much all the good things that Wits have done, and you get the feeling that with this particular chance, had that fallen on his left foot, perhaps we'd be talking a different story right now.
Well, the big threat about him is that he tries to run behind the defense. He tries to stretch them, ask them those questions. And in this situation, the defender had to respond. And then he ended up making a mistake of that clearance. But he's always, like Dihang says, he mixes it up. He tries to go behind, and then also comes and drops into the pocket, collects the ball and turn and link up with the teammates. So he's a big threat to Maritzburg United in that regard.
Another man we haven't seen too much of is Domingo of Wits. He certainly hasn't been involved as much as he would have liked to. He had a good look in here, but the one thing we've seen from Mpandle in the goals for Maritzburg United is very comfortable shots from distance. But once the ball comes in, he looks a bit more unstable when there's a bit of pressure on him.
Especially those high balls. He seems to be, a bit suspect when it comes to, dealing with those high balls. But again, talking about Domingos, I think the reason why you haven't seen that much of him is because of Xulu. Xulu is sitting there in the front four, in the front protecting that four. But again, he can do, if he plays in between those spaces, sometimes you can see that he does get a bit of chance, create a bit of chances.
Well, what we did see is a bit of a chance for Maritzburg United. A lot of debate when it comes to this particular chance, and everyone here at the Gwala Stadium thought this was a penalty. And I'm sure if the referee has a look at that again during halftime, he might feel that perhaps the call wasn't great, because from where we're standing here, it looked a stone cold penalty.
From where we're standing, it looks like there was contact on Kunene, but now I think what is not clear is whether it was inside the box or not. So we'll take another look here. It was outside the box, so it's definitely not a penalty. It's a foul, but I don't think it warrants a penalty because the tackle was committed outside the box. But they're right to claim a foul at most there.
Well, what we did see was that the fans really not happy with the referee when the halftime whistle went. A couple of them trying to force their way into the tunnel. The security did a very good job in making sure that doesn't happen. But the numbers yet again, Wits have had more of the possession. They've looked more comfortable with the ball at their feet. Coach Tinkler mentioned that perhaps it's going to be his side that's under pressure on the break, but they've looked rather comfortable on the break as well.
Well, obviously, according to the stats, we obviously understand why, Wits is leading in that regard.
Yeah.
It's because they've been the team that's been attacking, playing, more incisively going forward. But I think still, Maritzburg might come up a different team in the second half. We'll have to see that. Maybe Tinkler will tell them to let's take the game to Wits now.
Okay, so one more half of football before, if no goals, we see extra time and, of course, penalties. But we certainly hope that everything gets wrapped up within the 90. One of these two teams, though, will have to score for that to happen. We'll take a short break. When we come back, at second half football, and we talk a lot.